This is a video on my generator. I'm going to power a few things with it, including the CFL 25 watt CFL and 2 amp 3-speed fan off of my homemade generator, which has a 6 horsepower Tecumseh engine hooked up to a DC generator from a 1960s Chevy pickup and a deep cycle car battery. And this setup has a 400 watt inverter which is connected to the generator, and depending on whether the battery's coming dead or not, I can hook it up. After the engine's running, I can hook the 12 volt lead to the battery to the inverter. But if I hook that lead up before I start it, the generator tries to act as a motor. So in order to start it and to run it well, I have to disconnect that connection. So I'm about to make the connection to the battery. Right here, I'm using an old piece of 240 volt drop cord. The battery's leaking acid. And the black is used as a positive, and the white is used as a ground. And I have battery acid on my hands that don't feel good, especially after a muffler burn. And the white is used as a negative. And I've just now connected the battery. As you can tell, there's power to the field winding, and the inverter is not powered yet because the generator is not yet on. And right here, I've got a wire, a drop cord, homemade drop cord, plugged into the inverter, running around over here to this box with a switch on it. And it's not rigged. There's nothing attached to the box except for the cord coming from the generator. There's a wire running to the fan. There ain't no wires running to the fan. Ow, ow, ow. Pinched me. And then over here is the CFL. It is not connected to anything except for the generator. I've got it setting up on a pole so it shines out better. Now the ground is grounded, so I'm not receiving any power through the ground. I'm not hooking any wires into the ground in order to get power to it. All the power's coming from is my gasoline powered generator, which I'm about to start right now. I'm gonna have to start it real quick. I have to pull the cover off, it's flooded. Now this is my gasoline generator. Now, what it does is it pulls power from the battery to the field winding right here, the center of the armature, which is in the center of the generator, which is what's rotating. And it spins in between all those coils on the outside piece, or it's on the inner piece of the outside of the generator, just past this metal housing. And it generates DC current at about 14 volts, and it can be variable depending on how much voltage is making it to the field windings. So wherever I turn it, or the more I turn it up, the more power that's being produced out of the outer winding. And that runs directly to the inverter, which powers this light here and the fan. But if I decide to, like the battery goes low, I can take the positive lead, which right now I've got the clip switch. I'm just using the clips to hold the wires on there. This is positive, and that other one's negative. But I can take this wire and attach it right here to the inverter as long as it's running, and it'll charge the battery and everything. But if I hook the positive up to that inverter right there, it'll just try to use the generator as a motor. And that is my DC generator. Very basic, very simple, but as simple as it can get. Deep cycle car battery, well, truck battery, generator, a 6 horsepower Tecumseh engine, square D breaker panel, an inverter, a rheostat, which is right here, and then next to it over here is the kill switch, and on the top is an ammeter. This is my DC, or my gasoline powered generator.